Hey guys, it's Peter and Ice Cream Bar. So I'm finally getting around to that body review I said I was going to do. This is a Doll Family A body. It is definitely more petite. I will try and find all of the information and just put it in the description box because off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly. So unfortunately, this body did not work for my collection. I am very sad about it because I actually really love it. The point of that was this body is going to be for sale along with the Doll's Own body that I reviewed earlier. So let's just jump into the body review for now. I will start by listing the cons of this body. The first thing I will say that I know will bother some people is the lack of double joints. I will admit that I aesthetically really prefer single jointed bodies, but I know a lot of people prefer the function of double jointed bodies, so that's something to consider. In addition, this body, if you're looking for like a short, stocky body, this is not it. Tiny. In ball joint doll terms, you know, it's very small. That is definitely something to consider. It's not gonna be like a big, stocky guy walking down the street going to the gym. And finally, this body is pretty soft in the sense that it's going to take stains really easily. Even just filming this video, I scraped it with the nail polish on my fingernails. This is gel polish, it's not wet or anything, but I've scraped it a couple times accidentally and it's already taken up a little bit of color. That's definitely something to consider. If you are buying a body that's like this, a good idea to seal it before you get it in any clothes because it's probably going to take up stains from any dark colored clothing. So moving on to kind of some general info about the body. This has, 13 joints. Balance of form and function here, which is always something that I really appreciate. It's pretty well balanced. This is a less expensive body, I think for the most part because it is a petite SD rather than it is of, you know, a lower quality. There's definitely details that are sculpted in that are just a little more subtle. For example, if you run your hands over the stomach and chest, you can feel a lot of detail. You just don't really see it when you look directly at it. If you had some great body blushing on here, it would really help to bring out the natural, sculpted natural details on this body. The feet and the hands are about the quality that you would expect, I would say. Average amount of detail. They're not noodles, but they're not super detailed either. If you're a detail freak and you love like super detailed belly buttons and like nipples and fingernails and stuff like that, is there a person out there who like is obsessed with super detailed nipples? I don't know. Maybe. Shout out to whoever you are. I hope you're not creepy. Then this body is probably not gonna be your favorite to look at ever. But moving on from that, most of these joints function exactly the way you would expect them to. The thigh joints do have a little ledge in the back so they can lock in place if you want your doll to just sit down. The chest joint is probably my least favorite joint. I love dolls that can slouch. However, when I slouch, personally, I'm slouching like right below my shoulder blades. I'm not slouching at my waist. I feel like it's just kind of there just because people expect more joints. I mean, at one point it was like a serious concern of the ball joint doll community that our dolls couldn't touch their own faces unaided. We're a whole bunch of weirdos who associate with people who are into detailed sculpted nipples. That being said, the chest joint does function. You can have him slouch, you can have him bend backward, you can rotate it from side to side to get some of that action. When you rotate this joint, you are going to see the inside of the body. It's not sculpted nearly as nicely is the word I'm going to use as the elbow and knee joints are, which we will get to right now. I am freaking obsessed with these joints. I love them. Basically what they've done is they've sculpted these joints in a way that tries to minimize the need for double joints. As I said before, I am not a huge fan of double joints, so this is really exciting for me. I am super into it. What they've done is they've actually sculpted it so on the bottom, on the legs, the kneecap is part of the thigh, and the elbow on the arms is part of the forearm. And then when you put it together, when everything's laying straight, it not only looks really nice, but it has a really natural range of motion, a really beautiful, just arcing curve here. It's a really exciting combination of like stability and mobility and aesthetic and function. I just really can't say enough about this. I just think it's so super, super cool. And then you can slide it around really easily and create some really interesting natural poses. I love it. The last thing that I will mention is actually the first thing I saw when I opened this body, and that is these Thinnies. So these were in place of the hands, so the hands didn't get damaged during shipping, and I thought these were really cool. The same goes for this thing. It's like a neck cap thing, so when you're shipping it, the S-hook isn't like digging into the top of your doll's neck. Anyway, that is my whole shebang with this body. If you guys have any other questions, I would be happy to answer them if I can. Anyway, I hope this video helped someone out, whether you're buying this body or deciding to buy any body in the future. And I will talk to all of you guys soon. Bye.